All right, Bass Champs, I'm Belton. Let's go.
It's over there somewhere. I don't even know where it's at. I got 2 waypoints and that one doesn't have one on it. And the other one I told Jared, I'm like, I have no idea why I have one there. I really don't know why. You told me about it. Not that waypoint. We're 115. They don't have. They have like 140.
There you go. You're right behind that boat. Boat 115. Todd, Jarrett. Black Skeeter. Gotcha. Thank you very much. Boat 116. Randy.
We headed off to our first spot. I actually never caught a fish off this spot. I think there was a couple smallmouth, and we were one of the last boats. So I went and looked at a couple of the stretches we had. I got bit further down this stretch, and so I was like, let's just start on the point. I got bit on both sides of this point on these stretches, but there were people on them, and no one was on the point. So I was like, let's just give it a try.
That's where I got bit. There's 2 in there. 3 in there. 3, that's 3. Yeah, there is 3. At least. That might be today. Well, that's. Yeah, but. Guess you know now you know why. That way too. Yeah, that's where that's going though. It probably didn't go that way. Go that far that way. What is that? Smallmouth, dude. Yeah. It's a smallmouth, dude. It's a big one. They didn't even hit the water. I know. I saw him out there. He's fighting here. No, he's not. He's fighting hard because he's big. Oh, he's gonna go freaking ballistic. Oh, that's a weird angle. What? It's like a white bass or something. It's not a white, dude. Catfish? Yeah. Maybe. That sucks. Yeah, but it looked like he was almost as big as the A-rig.
Catching a couple small ones. I caught that one big hybrid. People were kind of in the way. We didn't, we're not going to roll up on people. So I was like, let's just kind of roll down the lake and get on one of these stretches I got bit on until we can find, a little bit of area to ourselves, at least to go down the bank for a while without running into people.
10. There's a bunch of stuff up there. It's a bank. It's the first bank I started on. I think I'm gonna be on it.
Since this is my second time here, I actually picked not the wrong stretch. We still got bit on this stretch, but it was the first place I got a bite. And I was like, man, no one will be on this stretch. Now, I didn't fish at all. I had 2 bites and left, if you watched in practice. So we went there, caught a couple fish.
Way up there. Go up in there. Huh? He'll come out. Oh, he's got hooked. Nope. It's deep though. Barely. Out.
I guess we got to put him in there.
Yeah. That's a 9-pounder.
Go get some 2-pound cyclefish. Bro, he was hooked.
So I wonder if you can drag through there and catch them fish later on.
Sure.
Like when the sun comes out. I didn't try it yesterday, I was just thinking about it. You got rings? I mean, he's a keeper. What? You got cool rings and stuff?
Yeah, in the live well.
Get him?
No, it's a bite. Yeah. That's where I got all of the fish. There's a point in there with bushes on it.
Yeah, that's the kind of, I think that's part of the deal.
It's back here for a reason.
Yeah, I know. We left there, went and found another little stretch. I got bit there. I said, hey, it's early. Let's go into this pocket. I did like stick this giant, this 8 or 9 pounder in practice. And I got bit around there. Let's go in there early. It should be good. I actually caught another 3 pounder in there. And so I was thinking we were gonna catch a couple in there at least. We did not. We ended up coming out of this pocket, going down this stretch where I did get bit in practice.
Oh, no?
I got him that time.
Yeah, no, that's a different one. You got him? Go on, look at that one.
Bigger one?
Yeah.
So you can knock the shit.
Because there was a bunch more with it.
Was there?
Yeah, because you did not catch the one that did it.
Yeah, one nailed it.
Yeah, that was way far away from where they were coming from. That's a keeper, isn't it?
Yeah.
I caught fish a lot in practice, like on a spinnerbait, on an Alabama rig, some on a minnow, kind of doing anything I wanted to do. And the Alabama rig seems to be the strongest right now. Smaller heads on there, 3.25 rage swimmers, and we're just trying to catch some fish because I know it's so good in the morning. So that's what we're trying to do. Is the shad spawn's going on? Is it as good as yesterday? It's kind of hard to tell because I had a lot of this stuff to myself yesterday. So we're just trying to hit as many areas as we can fast and try to catch the most active fish first. There's some bushes underneath the water. You can see some that are sticking out of the water, but we're just kind of focusing on the bushes underneath the water. Some of y'all might think, oh, y'all are live scoping. We're using our live scope to see the bushes. We don't see any of the fish we're throwing at though. I just want to make that clear. We don't see the fish. We're just targeting structure, kind of making sure our Alabama rigs don't get hung up in it.
Like what you want to do, where you want to go somewhere. Is it that?
Yeah. That's the one I've been trying to freaking get. I had 6 inches of a line out. Yeah, I told you. Didn't you hear me? I was like, man, a big one just came up back. Bro, 6 inches. So some of those are bass. For sure.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. I know it's all.
This one. Okay.
I mean, check. But I think there was only 4.
Yeah, I got you. Go ahead. Just keep going. It looks like 5.
Okay.
When I asked, is it a bass? Because you were like, I knew you knew, but like, I said, did you see it hit?
So white.
Did you see him hit though?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's why.
But the only reason I knew it was a bass.
I felt like you thought.
The only reason I knew it was a bass because his mouth size. Because the body was white, but his mouth, I was like, there's no way that's a hybrid with the mouth that size.
Well, I was like, he saw it hit. I just had a weird feeling that you saw it hit.
Yeah, I lifted it out of the water. Like it was, I had this one down.
I'm surprised you didn't flip it.
Well, I was like, man, when they hit short like
Yeah.
that, man, and you just get, and he's pretty big, you just don't know.
He wasn't hooked. Like it's hard to tell because it was in the net, but I don't know if he was hooked like that great.
He might not have been. But A-rigs going so slow, they usually get one of them. Pretty good. Oh, it is.
I had a couple of those, like,
Yeah.
it doesn't look like they're gonna eat, and then they'll eat.
Well, I never saw him come up. They missed him when I hit the bush. And he came out after.
And call up Russell and be like, dude, we did way better than y'all.
We should have been doing this the whole time.
Like,
I mean,
like all we're doing is just randomly
I
hitting
think
stuff.
You're doing what you gotta do. You just gotta,
You
like,
you gotta fish though. You can't like, I guarantee people got in a hurry today, and I get it.
because you catch a lot of little ones,
Yeah.
but you can't.
But you
so-
kind of have to just kind of mill around. It was more of a mill around.
And that, where this is at in relation to everything, is where you need to be fishing.
I agree. That's why we're gonna go back in there later today, in that pocket, and catch one. Yeah, I mean, I like, that's where that sight fish is, but I also caught like 4 or 5 down that. There's a stretch that's like, I looked on the map and I'm like, no wonder. Like,
So we kind of get close to this point. There were some guys on it. They eventually left. We got quite a few bites leading up to there. Jarrett has one hit right at the boat. It's a decent one. We're like, all right, finally we've got one that's, you know, it's right at 3 pounds. So we're like, okay, at least we've got one going on in the morning time. We're starting to get to, you know, we're gonna have a limit. We're not worried about that. But we also know we need to catch some of these bigger ones, because I think when the sun gets up, or if it gets dead calm, or just the amount of people on the lake, it's gonna cause some problems later.
Good one, dude. Yeah. I'm not saying it's giant, but if you're our second biggest, I'm gonna lose him.
Oh, what?
Like just, what's just like a log? How weird is that? Like, just. You know, I wonder if it's snag. You freaking hit it hard. It's like, y'all freaking throwing him up? No, I wonder if they had him off that other stuff. That one's gonna piss me off. I didn't even get a chance to buy it. Like, I don't think it was like a 5 or something. I was thinking it was like gonna be our second biggest one, you know. Or you never know. I think it was gonna. I guess. I think they will be. I thought he would even keep it. Yeah.
Oh, he's foul hook.
Get out of your way. He's a good one though. Here, pull him up, pull him up, pull him up. Pull him up.
Oh, you're trying to keep it.
Yeah, trying to.
It's all right, I'll get it.
I was trying to.
He was that his mouth open, like he felt like a lot bigger.
I mean, there's like, in the one I hit, dude, I mean, we went behind everyone.
These are fat fish too. That's
Like,
this is where they're at.
It's stood up point Alabama rig.
Yep. It doesn't even have to be tall stuff. It's that.
That smallmouth. That's why I'm saying that that other one was definitely going to help. I mean, we would probably get rid of it eventually.
Do we know what's the small one?
Man,
Is it the smallmouth? The little bitty smallmouth?
possibly. Smallmouth don't weigh that much anyways when they're little. Dang. Get her? Yeah, I got this and that one, whatever it is. Sorry, come out. No.
So we go down, like I said, I got bit the entire time in practice for the first 4 hours. I didn't hit everything. I would get bit and leave, get bit and leave places. So we just kept hitting as many of these spots as possible. Luckily, since the morning's gone on, people seem to be leaving this. We're fine with that because they're still biting. So we're still culling up. We're not getting big culls. Our thought process behind this, because, you know, like I said, we don't know this lake. I got so many bites in practice, and I had Jarrett do something else in practice. So Jarrett went and focused mainly on trying to find some fish on beds and doing some other things because we knew that could play a little bit. And who knows what else he's going to find. What happened was that I was like, well, if we just do this all day long and we get that many more bites, we'll put together, we'll catch some 3 and 4 pounders, is what I was thinking. So that's what we're doing. We're just trying to go and do this as much as possible.
Yeah, just on the bottom. Where we started on that hole. We'll just go to that marina. Get that out of the way, you know. Then hit that bank right there. Then we got all of his. Then we got all your stuff. It's early. Yeah. It ain't that early though.
He does have a couple fish on beds. One that he thinks is a 3-pounder. Now, a 3-pounder's on the giant. It is a giant on Lake Belton right now, considering it's hard to catch a 3-pounder. And we always say if a 3-pounder is your smallest fish in the live well, we probably have a decent bag today. So we're like, hey, I don't know if anyone's going to go catch it. He says it's fairly easy. You can see it pretty good. Let's go in there and catch it. So that's where we're going now.
That bright spot behind that stick, right up on the rocks. It's bright.
That shallow?
Yes. Right,
See that
bright-
big rock right there? Is that where she's at?
That bright spot.
Yeah,
is the
okay,
bed.
yeah. I
That's the
thought you
bed.
meant like up
No,
there.
no, that's the bed.
Okay, yeah, that's where I was kind of looking.
A gap there if you back straight up.
Because the way she was turned, see, she's in there.
Yeah,
right
she's
now.
right there. I told you she. See, there was no sun when I was looking at her though. I knew she was better. There's one behind there too. That one might be all right then. I don't know. You might have to just flip up. Come. I don't think you can pole down or nothing. It's too deep.
Back there?
Yeah.
Hey. No, there she is.
Getting right in there on it. He runs in there. One of those.
So I'm about to go to the restroom.
Well, I'm gonna set the hook if you like. Clearly across this big old mud cloud.
Oh, there's this one back again.
Mud cloud, right?
This one's gonna call easy.
Sun makes a huge difference.
This is a 2.5 pounder.
See, the sun makes you itchy. Uh-oh.
pounder. Not what I thought.
Too far off.
No.
Freaking drag was like loose.
Yeah, that was gonna help.
I mean, when I first saw her yesterday, I was like, oh, that's a 3-pounder. And I never just really went back over.
Well, this one's gonna call something for sure.
Do you know which one we're calling? Probably chasing, probably garden fry. A lot of these were garden fry.
I'm not too hot. Well, that's where she ran up in there.
Right.
And
But
then
I'm
she-
just saying, when I was in here, I like went in there to look, and I thought I saw an actual bed.
So he catches it, and he said, "Hey, there's another one behind the boat too," and I see it. It's gonna cull. It's not. Maybe it's a 2 3/4 pounder, so it's not a small one for a lake like this, but it is acting kind of weird. He said it was really easy to see yesterday. It's not easy to see today, and it's getting deeper. I saw it for the first couple minutes, and then all of a sudden I never saw it again. We fished for it for a while, and it's in that deal of like, do we waste time on it, or can we just, if it gets really, really hard throughout the day, we'll come back to it, is what we're thinking. Like, we'll come back and catch it, but let's not waste too much time on it now. Let's go do some other things. I've got a place. I've got a place where I saw some big ones. And I say that is, I've been doing live scope a long time. When we see a fish on the bed, we know how big it is, and we know it's a bass. There's a lot of catfish, a lot of other stuff in this lake, a lot of hybrids, smallmouth, everything. I said, hey, I think I saw 2 big ones on this one. It was a lonely pole timber. And I was like, I didn't get him to bite or nothing. I was like, I just saw him and left him alone. So we're going to go over here and see if we can, I don't know. We don't know. Like, just try something and see if I can get it to bite. So that is our game plan now. And I'm hopeful, kind of. But like I said, I've never been to this lake. I don't even know, like, will they even be there? Any of that stuff. So let's go.
Shit, man. That's a big one too. Another big one. Yeah, that's a big one.
Stay tuned for tomorrow to see what happens.